Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess, and you can find me across all social media channels. So, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, as Knit Plan Jess. And I'm really excited for you guys to join me today because we are doing a video that has been requested time and time again. And if you see my iPad, you see my book, my reading journal, so you probably have an idea of what I'm going to be showing you today. For my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. Super excited for you guys to join me because we are going to be creating some covers, some book covers that I use in my reading journal. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that I always like to print out little book covers for my books read page is kind of like a visual to see what I read during the month. And I have been asked time and time again, how do I put those together? So if you guys are interested in seeing how I create these, stick around. All right, so this is actually a very simple process. And really, I either use my iPad, I use my iPhone, or you can even do this on a computer, really. But because I fact that I recorded my iPhone, I'm going to be showing you on my iPad. So I have been keeping a reading journal since 2021. However, 2022 was the first year that I really started printing out photos to keep in my reading journal. Let me show you on this one. I'm going to scoot my iPad back. So this is my one for 2023. And the way that I have it set up is I have my books read, which I do have to update this. I'm actually going to show you all the books that I've read so far in January. And it is January 16th today. So this is definitely not updated, but that's one thing I'm going to be doing later today. Then I have my TBR pages. I have my Goodreads, which again has to be updated. I have my reading in pixels. I'm doing a really bad job of keeping this updated, you guys. Normally I do so much better. A to Z. I did not finish, which I do actually have to print out photos for my DNF too. And then my monthly arc. So this is all of like the advanced reader copy books that I read during the month. Bad Fish Book Club. This is something that actually Jay Plans and I are doing each month. And so I'm going to have pictures to print out for this one too. And we've got my bingo, my 2023 review, and then upcoming 2024 books, and then 2024 plans. And then this is books that I currently own. So it's basically all of like my physical books that need to be read. And I do plan on probably highlighting them after I read the book. But then when you get to my actual reading journal, and also I totally noticed I don't have my name in this. You guys, let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to go through this stack of stickers because I have these name stickers from Alicia Michelle. I love like whenever you buy name stickers from somebody, you always get so many of them. Okay, wait a minute. I don't like, that's like way too small of a line, so we're going to put it right in between. Okay. And then we're also going to do this little read sticker. All right, now I'm totally getting off track. All right, so to get back on track. So I have, pages up in the front that I want to add pictures to, but then also there is the currently page before the monthly calendar. I am going to be putting in the books that I want to read. So my TBR list for the month, important dates because I do participate in like author Zooms with my book club. And then right here is going to be where all of the book covers are going to go. So you see, I will definitely be printing out a lot of books. So let's go ahead and start printing out some of the book covers. What I'm going to go ahead and do is print them out for my currently page. I will be following the same type of process for the other pages, but for the purpose of this video, it will be strictly for the currently page only. And I really hope that I don't end up printing out like multiple when it comes to the end of the month, because I'm printing some of them out in advance. Like usually I print them out all at once. But anyways, so basically I use a couple of different apps. Number one, I get all of the book covers from Goodreads. Let's see if I can like zoom in. Okay, I have this kind of tilted so then that way it doesn't get the glare of the ring light. So hopefully this works out really well. I'm going to actually turn it so it is portrait mode. Hopefully that will be a little bit easier to see. Okay, I think that that will work out well. So the way that Goodreads is set up, it always shows you what you're currently reading, the books that you have marked that you want to read, and then all of the books that you have marked as read. And then you can also create like some different shelves, which I do have a did not finish book, but I have to remember what that book was. I already have a DNF, and actually it's probably in my read. Or no, it's not going to be in my read. It is, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out. Anyways, so when you go to the books read, it shows you the cover that has been added to Goodreads. And that's essentially what I go ahead and screenshot. So let's go ahead and screenshot this one. And then I don't let it automatically save to my photos. I always grab it when it is like the little screenshot icon in the corner, and I just crop it down. I have found that this is like the easiest and quickest way. And we crop and hit done and save the photos. So that's really all that you've got to do. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and find the book that I DNF'd. Okay, so the book that I ended up DNF was actually The House in the Pines, which it's considered like a book club read this month. I think for like Reese Witherspoon's book club, and I could not. I tried to listen to it on audiobook, and normally I have really good success with audiobooks. But this was one I just absolutely could not get into. But anyway, so anyways, after I screenshot, then I'm going to go to Canva because this is where I have essentially a template that I use to know how I want to size the books. So it took a lot of like tweaking and trial and error to find the size that I needed to. And once I found that size, I basically keep a template and always have one book on it. So then we go to camera roll, and from there I can be able to check all of the books that I want to add to the page. And I basically just kind of line it up. So then that way I can be able to size it exactly the same size. And then I can delete the book that I no longer need. So now I'm just going to move them all, and I keep them as close as I possibly can to each other, because once you print and cut, it will make it a lot easier. That way you're not cutting off like white from each of the sides. You're just basically cutting the dividing line between the books. So one thing that I also do, because once you kind of get to like a certain place on the page, it can get to be a pain to kind of trim down. So once I know that I get to that spot, I basically go ahead and move it to the second page and then, or move it to the second line. I size it down and then I move it up. So that way it kind of keeps it really, really nice. I will every now and then like zoom in just to kind of make sure that every book is as touching to each other as possible. Like I think that one, there's like this little itty bitty bit in between, but it's really not that big of a deal. And then I'm going to do this one as well. And kind of as I'm thinking about it, okay, I've got definitely have to fix this one up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, so this one is a DNF. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to copy them. So when I do have in my reading journal that I need multiple photos. So for instance, let's go to the DNF. So DNF, obviously, I'm going to need a photo for, but for the monthly art page, I will essentially need 2 photos. So I need a monthly arc, and then I also need it for the month. So the way that I do that, zoom in again, is I take the book that I know for a fact I'm going to have 2, and I just duplicate it, and I just move it back to the line. And what I think I'm going to try to do is use the same size book for every single page. That way I'm not doing some as bigger books. And if I end up needing more space for my currently page, I'm just probably going to use like a half size piece of paper, filler paper. This I can just, put in with the currently page, and I can be able to put the books on there. So once I have all of the books on there, it's really just a matter of saving it. I actually don't like to necessarily print from here, but you can definitely print from Goodreads. But usually what I do is I just go to save image, and then I go to my photos. Apparently I saved twice. And then I just print it out. Now, I don't really like to always print this until I know for a fact that I have until I have like a full page worth, because of the fact that I like to use sticker paper for it, and I don't want to waste my clear matte sticker paper. So I'm not going to use these for my book because I'm just printing this on regular paper, but I do always change the quality to best, so then that way I know for a fact that it's printing out a higher quality, and you just hit print. So super, super simple. I love, and it gives me a warning, but I love this whole process of just creating the book covers because it is very quick. And then all I have to do is just actually print it. Once you print it out, you cut it out, and depending on if you're using sticker paper, you just cut them, peel off the backing, and you can put them into your notebook. Or if you're using regular paper, then you just cut them apart. And then I will typically use the Tombow Dots adhesive. Just put it on the back and stick it to the paper, and it is essentially stuck there forever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it kind of helps you with how you can be able to print out your own book covers. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and have a good rest of your day. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.